Good evening, everyone. Today, or this, I guess today is the 6th of March 2017, and my topic for discussion this evening is trading psychology and how I manage my winners and losers. So, first things first, please read my disclosure. It's all over the website or it's all over my channel. Basically, all I'm doing here is sharing you my experience as a trader, and I'm pretty sure every trader goes through this. Is just trying to find somebody who's willing to share it is the challenge. So just my contribution, I guess, to the trading community. I decided to make this video, and I was inspired by a subscriber in my channel asking question to discuss how I manage them. So please read my disclosure. So I summed everything up in one presentation slide, and basically throughout all this time, I developed a mindset. So that's something that's just happened with time. So you just have to give yourself some time to have this mindset. But if you're needing some direction on how to get through it, then hopefully this video serves you the purpose. So here's the question. So this is a person that left a question in the comment section. So can I persuade you to make a videos about some losses too? I'm also interested in hearing about your emotions and profiting and losing, if you don't mind, of course. So as far as the losses, I post all my videos, all the trades that I make, and when I do not post them, I do mention them on the next videos that I make. But I think a good chunk, I'm pretty sure like I would say about 95% of all my trades are posted online. And the reason for that, in case you're new to my channel, is that I do work full time. I have a full-time job, and sometimes that's how I kind of do a video recap of all the things that I've done as far as trades. And watching all these recaps helps me kind of drill the skills into my head. So when I do have opportunity to watch them at work, then I do watch them. So here's the overall mindset, and it doesn't come in any order whatsoever, but this is kind of how I summarize. Like I said, I like to keep things simple. So if I can keep things simple, then the process is easier to follow. So here it is. So the first things first, when I come in and trade, my trading this, I treat trading like a business. Actually, I do have a business name, and I am registered. My business is registered as a trading company. So even though that I work I work by myself, I trade in a under a business name. So as such, I do treat this like a business. So when I'm here putting in labor, then in my mind, it's already said that I'm expecting to get paid for every effort that I put in. I mean, of course, all my videos are free, but that's, like I said, that's something, my contribution to the community, especially those who are I've been there before. I've started somewhere somehow, and the things that I'm just it just makes me ill to see other people would try to take your money just because you're brand new to the game, and you just don't know any better. For those who are brand new and who are listening, so kind of that's kind of my goal for this channel was to at least share the experience that I have, because I can almost guarantee you'll run into it, especially if you're starting up and you're beginning. So where I am in my journey, I'm starting to get good at it, I guess, for the lack of better description. So the first things first, I think I've mentioned this to you that when I come in here, I expect to get paid. So when I trade, that's the mindset that I've already have pre-programmed in my head. So and being a business, you know, there's, like I said, you can even start any business. There's no guarantee of profitability. So you never, I mean, if business is that easy, then everyone would start a business on their own, right? So the way I see it is that having losers, is completely acceptable as long as it's controlled. That's what the risks are defined. That's why you have to define your risk as a money manager. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that if you're a money manager, and I tell you, all you can lose on any given week is, I don't know, say $600, right? So as a money manager, it is up to you how you want to divvy that up throughout the week. Are you going to trade one day and risk all $600, or are you going to trade for 5 days and risk $600? So and that's just my rule of thumb. I have a predefined, preset amount of risk that I can accept, that I could lose for the whole week, and it goes on a week to week basis. So basically, typically, I'm willing to lose about $200. Being a part timer, I'm willing to lose $200 per day. Around that area, and no more than that, of course. And then if I have three losers or 3 day trading loss consecutively, then that's the time where I shut my machine and I don't even trade. So that just really tells me that I'm just not in sync with the market. So what I do is that I either go to sim trading, or I just shut my machine and don't even worry about it till the following week, because I know that trading, as long as someone is willing to trade, market is going to be open. So I don't even worry about it. I used to back then, but nowadays I don't even worry about it anymore. So if I lose a couple of days of trading, I'm completely fine with it, just because I know every day is a brand new opportunity. So that's how I treat them. Um, so the second thing that you must have, and this is, like I said, this is my opinion, okay? So having a proven system. So if you're starting out, or you're kind of in the journey of especially if you're having drawdowns, everybody had drawdowns if you were started out, because believe me, I've lost money, and throughout the time I figured out how to control them. Like I said, if you treat it like a business, then a loss is just part of business. It's like, for example, I always go back to the hot dog business. If you start a hot dog business, there's no guarantee that your inventory that will get bought up on a weekly basis. So at some point you have the hot dogs, or ketchup or mustard will expire, right? So as a result, you can't use them anymore, so you have to throw them out. So if you throw them out, it's considered a loss. So it's no different, when you make a trade and you lose 10 ticks on the trade. It's the same exact thing. Loss is a loss is a loss, whether you realize it or unrealized, right? But it is important that you have to convince yourself that your system is profitable, and that's why you started the business to begin with, because you see a feasibility that for success. So if you look at it in this terms, at least that's how I'm looking at it, mindset wise. Having that kind of mindset, then it kind of I'm setting myself up to acceptance that I can't be a winner every day. However, and I think if you watch all my recent videos, I'm normally starting to get better with trading, because normally I cap my by try, by number of trades per day. I normally cap it at five trades per day, no more than that. um, and normally lately, I've been kind of on a roll here. I normally, seeing profits right at the third trade. So that tells me that I'm improving. I'm certainly improving. Because otherwise I'll just, quote unquote, I run out of bullets, and then tomorrow is another day of trial. So I think as far as consistency, that's something I'm improving on and developing as well, for sure. So the third bullet here is practice, 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 and more practice. I believe, so given that you have a proven system that's profitable, right? So now all you have to do is wash, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. You just have to keep practicing it, drilling it in your head that when I see the signal, I'll either short it, or I see the signal and I'll go long. And doing this over and over, I mean, would make you somewhat of a robot. You become robotic. And I found out, I just, it's just, I guess, self-discovery is that, the more I do something over and over and repeating it, especially when you repeat the right thing over and over, what I'm finding out is not only I'm gaining confidence in my trading, but I'm becoming less and less attached to my P&L. When I see a 10 tick loss, I can accept that because part of it is the next bullet here is having a rules in your plan, right? So my decision point now when it comes to trading is that my risk reward. I think if you watch many of my videos, I always talk about, the risk reward is here, I'm going to take it. So as long as the risk reward is there, right now for me, I can pretty much hit a 2-to-1 risk reward. So if a 2-to-1 risk reward is present, whatever the chart is giving me, if 2-to-1 is present, then I'll take the trade. I mean, is it going to win? Once you enter a trade, at that point, really, it's either going to hit your stop, or you're going to hit your target. It's as simple as that. But throughout time, and because I practice this method over and over and over, it's teaching me how to look for these things, and it trains your eyes to look for high probability trades, right? So all of this is kind of it's kind of like it's like baking an awesome brownies. Okay, so to bake an awesome brownies, you have to have the fine ingredients to put them together. you know so and when it comes to trading, it's no different. It's the right pieces of that puzzle have to be just right in order for you to find success. And success for me is that I'm also becoming less and less attached to my trades. So I mean, emotionally, that is, and psychologically. Now, is my heartbeat running a little faster when I enter a trade? That's just human emotion. You can never avoid that. But can I accept a loss, or am I going to beat myself up if I lose? Nowadays I'm starting to beat myself up a little less. Like I said, the reason is that I have a set of rules that I follow when I trade, and I follow them to the T. And being disciplined is is where I'm finding my success, and my consistency is where my discipline is. And even in the morning, I mean, part of my routine is that I have a trade plan. This trade plan, I kind of I made a video of my trade plan, and basically I play it to myself. One of my rules is that you know, I can't do any trading until I watch the trade plan. So what I do, that's the first thing I do in the morning is I watch and I make sure that it's all about, it's very difficult, but that's one thing that I've been doing lately is just I'm training myself to keep doing the right thing, and part of it is following your trade plan. And if you follow your trade plan, then and you don't deviate from it, um, then in my eyes, I mean, you're on your way there. You might not see results yet, but if you follow a good trade plan and assuming that your system is good enough, then it's just a matter of time. So anyways, and one of the things that I put in here is that working for yourself is a double-edged sword. I mean, this is kind of like, I guess, the bipolar personality would kick in, just because you have to act not only being like your boss, and you got to boss yourself, you got to manage yourself, right? And you're also the worker. The worker would have to follow instruction from the boss, right? And 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 the only way that you would stick to that role is by following your trade plan. So I follow my trade plan. I have my set of rules, and actually, many people won't. You probably won't find this on the video, right? Many people always talk about, oh, I made so many money, blah 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 blah. I turned $1,000 into $1,000,000 in 7 days. Great, right? But nobody talks about, I lost so much money before I made this much. And part of it is really just, for me at least, what's keeping me out of the losing portion is that I found a method that really works for me, and this is with time, of course. I'm not sure, but I've been trading CL since around September 2015. So I got some experience in my tool belt, and I've certainly experienced all the cycles of the market, at least for CL market, and I know exactly how things behave nowadays. Anyways, not to deviate from that, um, stick to your plan. So have a rule. If you don't have it down somewhere, you know, just do experiment. Write it down, or somewhere like a presentation slide like this, and just write down. What kind of signals are you going to trade? Are you a tape reader? Are you a chartist? Or are you indicator person? Whatever triggers your entry. You just have to tell that to yourself. And it's I guess it's part of a mental training. It's for me, at least for me. That's how I kind of mentally train myself. Is I keep repeating what kind of signals that I trade throughout the day. And of course, being in front of my computer, I mean, I've got practice and practice and practice. So and that's this right here. Everything I'm telling you now is, excuse me, it's something that I've done, that I've kind of crafted and slowly perfecting, and what's getting me there is really screen time. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's you got five, well, let's see, four bullet points here. So just to sum it up, you know really, yeah, bottom line is my wins and losses. You don't see me celebrating just because I won big, and you don't see me celebrating when I lose. It's kind of like, do you celebrate when you get your paycheck? I mean, I don't. I mean, I used to. I'd go to the bar, buy a beer or something, but or at least every paycheck we used to go to the bar, but I don't even drink anymore. So anyways, at least you don't see me running up and down the hallway, celebrating because I got paid. I mean, that's just I guess the exuberance of things, I guess. But I, I'm kind of indifferent whether I lose for the day or I win for the day, just because having that, this is coupled with this bullet point couples with this bullet point. Having a trade plan. If I tell myself, if $200 is all you can lose for today, make it happen. So that's pretty much it. So I'll just keep trying till I'll make the money that I need for today. And really, it's just a part-time job for me. So anyhow, hopefully that works. So if your hands are let me share your experience. I remember my very first trade. And I used to be an equity trader, so I don't have a process. I didn't know what to do. I don't even know how the software package that I use. I didn't know how to put in my order, so I didn't have a process or a method to do things. And the first thing I've ever traded is Apple. And I remember Apple was, I believe it was $97 when I first traded it, and I lost. I think $200, and I could feel my heartbeat was so fast, I mean, literally, I was sweating cold sweat when I first put on that first trade. And so if you're in that kind of state right now, um, then my suggestion is just go back and do some sim trading. Get used to the signals that you think you're seeing. Everything that I'm doing now is backed by statistical analysis. So this is part of your back testing your system, whether it's actually profitable or not. Let's see. So I'm doing a lot of data collection. Actually, I'm collecting all the 1 minute. Let me show you what I got here. So basically, every night I have a code that pretty much collects all these open, high, low closes, right? So I have a set of codes that I write, and what I'm doing is I'm using the codes that I've written to analyze how the market is behaving. So I'm that's kind of what's helping me also becoming more profitable, and at least being confident. How do you gain your confidence? Because if you're not confident, you're scared, you're going to be emotional. So that's how I guess putting more trust into my entries, to my system, is because it's backed by mathematics. If I'm very convinced that this is kind of where the direction of how things are going to be conducted. I mean, if you look at many prop firms, I listen to let's see, hold on, if I can find them. Let's see. I think it's SMB Capital. I mean, I'm not affiliated with these guys, but let's see. His name is Mike Billafiore. I mean, and I'm not recommending him in any ways, but I listen to these guys. This guy's this guy right here. I believe his name is Mike Billafiore or something like that. And this guy here, owns his own prop shop, and many times I've heard this guy speak, and he talks about him having an IT department that if you have an idea that's repeatable, profitable, they have guys that codes for them, and does all the back testing for all his traders. So if you think about it, so if you have a guy like this that have that kind of capability, or have that kind of tools in their tool set, then I believe that's where the direction of trading will be. I'm trying to keep up with the pace of these guys are here, the big participants. These prop firms have money to spend, basically. So if trying to keeping up with them, that's how I'm also gaining my edge. It's I'm measuring myself against people who does this, on a day in day out basis. And of course I'm a part-timer, so that even brings my bar a little higher, just because I'm measuring myself with the way these guys are performing. So and these guys are legit. I mean, I've looked them up. I almost actually signed up and went to New York for these guys, but it was just they're an equities firm, and or at least last I looked, they were equities firm. And as you can see, I'm a CL trader now. So anyhow, yeah. So that's it. So if you're scared, you're afraid, or you're still having this, if your emotion is what's driving you trade, my best suggestion is well, make sure you have to convince yourself that your system is profitable. So I think once you convince yourself that, all it takes is practice. Practice is what's going to kind of make you robotic. So and being a robot, you need to have some rules wrapped around it, so that way you don't overtrade either. And then the only way the only way that you'll cure the overtrading is having a rules and set up rules and plan in place, so that way you have a checks and balance for your trading system. So anyways, I hope that clear, or at least it shines a light, an idea, or at least I provided an idea for you. If you have any other questions, you know where to find me. So just drop on by, write me a message, and until then, I appreciate those who are watching the videos, and certainly liking that click button, and sharing this video. My channel, as far as quote unquote education, it's free. I'm willing to share my experience, definitely my experience. I think that's what separates the guy, a professional and a novice, like myself. I still consider myself a newbie, even though I've been trading for about a year or so now, for using CL. So all right, guys. Well, that's it. That's all I got. Until then, I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.